just do that, so I'm escaping. Wanna fight is about to run, but then we're falling short of who I should become.
Hey everybody, hope you all had a pleasant week, pleasant 2 weeks. We're playing City of Heroes, surprisingly considering it's been dead forever, but it's back, and it's just as good as we remember it. And people can play. If you wonder why this game was really popular, I'll show you. It's because of the flexibility in creating your character, just to kind of show, you can show your origin, like how you came to be the superhero that you are. Maybe you're natural, like 100 push-ups, 100 pull-ups, whatever, every day. Science, mutation, magic. You move on, you can kind of choose like what type of hero you are, like the mix of powers that you have, and there are tons of them, and so you can mix lots of different power sets. You have secondary, first your primary and secondary, and you can kind of create the character that you want to create, and then after that you have lots and lots of different costume options. I won't go through them all, but just give an idea of the range. So anyway, yeah. After that, you create a character, and you just go. You're let loose on the streets of Paragon City, and you do your thing. So anyway, that's City of Heroes in a nutshell. But creating characters. I'm gonna play my main that I've been playing on the server here. He is a mastermind, and his specialty is beast mastery, so I control a lot of animals. And my secondary is cold domination, so I have a lot of cold-themed spells. So I made a robo-lion with some cool ice effects. And when I get in the game, you can see some of the animals that I've got. No, I just, for some reason, like 2 minutes before I clicked stream, I started sneezing a lot. I don't know what it is. I'm fine. Alright, so I need to start some... Who is this guy? Wow, Shiara found me quick. That's Shiara. Shiara is... let's see what Shiara is. She is a magic controller. She controls plants and she controls time. Her flight ability, everyone has like an ability how they can travel around in a superhero-like way. In her case, she can fly. And she's got a radio. And she's also has very little clothes. If anyone has them, please donate. Oh, let me call some animals. So these are two of my lions, and they are Hammy. They're standing on top of each other. There they are. Hammy and Yosemite. I just came up with those names by myself. And maybe call some wool. This is Rhea, Calvin, and Gus. Some of my upcoming power. Summon Direwolf. When I get that, I will name that one Alagos. Anyway, yeah, so when I go into battle, I fight them. I can also do other things that you can't see right now, but like I can throw bees at people, and I can throw birds at people to attack them. My travel power is super jump, so I can leap through leap buildings in a single bound. That's how it went, right? See if I can't get back up there to where Shara is. Yay. Leap through small buildings. Yeah, I like it. The animals, I don't know how they got up here. They just like ran up the side. They're more OP than me. I can make them all talk too. Let me see if I remember how to do it. Satnal reminded me recently how to do it. Aha! There, they all say hello. They're a very friendly sort of pack of animals. Anyway, I think Knack and Satnal are logging on, or already logged on, perhaps. Let's see. Mr. Knack is logged on. Let's see if we can't find Mr. Knack. Oh, I can't see him until I'm in the group with him. That's right. I thought it would show supergroup members, but I guess not. Satnal's in bed already? Oh, I guess we won't have Satnal. Well, let's look at some other people. I like looking at people's costumes. The Snow Spider. Dr. Lucius Marla. Super Action Girl. That's a great name. I like it. This guy's got no head. He's just got a bubbly jar. Ooh, this guy's into some S&M stuff here. Fern. One of the nice things about the game is there's so much variances in the costume. Like, there's no reason why anybody has to look like anyone else. Which you don't even see in today's MMOs. Like, you play a lot of games and people look more or less the same. Oh, there's Knack. Knack's looking stylish as ever. He wears his sunglasses at night. I think there's a song about him. Ooh, what's this guy? He's got like a... Or she's got like an alien. Niobium Spike. That's the name. Mecha Gorilla. I love it. Asmodeus, a witch. Akita. Knack is a, let's look at Knack's superpower. He's a brawler. He's a tank. And I know he punches stuff. So, yeah, super strength. So he's got a lot of jab, punch, taunt, haymaker. Those are all his attacks. And his secondary, the stuff that gives him tankiness, is an invulnerability set, which allows him to withstand the attacks from evil foes. Look at him flexing. Oh, I like this. It's like a Dick Tracy spy lady. Secret agent. She's got a bio. A former member of the Yellow Society, charged with simply watching, yet granted grand power over time and space. Discontent to simply watch, she escaped into an offshoot of the Prime timeline at the cost of some of her power. With that, she was free to finally make her mark in the timeline as the free agent. So she manipulates time, and she's got a beam rifle. She can also teleport. Alright, so are we ready to do stuff? Do we got a group going? Invite to team. And I'm going to make Knack the team lead. Shh, they're sleeping. They're despawning. Actually, they didn't like whenever you join a group, it'll do things like try to adjust your level to get everyone kind of around the same page. And for whatever reason, the pets don't like that, so I gotta respawn them. To Steel Canyon. That's where Nack's ordering us to go. What? His title is black. It's hard to read. What did I see what it said? I'll have a chance. Nack's also got super jump, so he can jump like me. Or I can jump like him, I guess would be more. Since he is Nack after all. So I get this. Okay, I didn't get this time, unfortunately. Steel Canyon. I assume Steel Canyon is the first one. Actually, I think I may have picked the wrong thing. There may have been a regular Steel Canyon. Oh, you know what? I think it's because there are two train places in this one. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay. It's been a while. But fortunately, it looks like I chose the right one because I'm kind of close. So next, jumping in. All right, now I can read what it says. I cannot read that. The inspirational. Shiara should be flying in. She's got flight. There she is. Look at her coming in. Coming in hot. Let me cool her. There, that should do it. You're welcome. Alright, so I'm going to start off. I got some buffs, so I'm going to cast them. Actually, I should have summoned my pets first so they can get the buffs. What am I thinking? Unfortunately, I think because the level is brought down a little bit. Looks like right now it scales me down like in level and my abilities. So right now I can sadly only have one lion. So Yosemite's, I guess, sitting this one out. But hopefully that should be corrected soon. Belago. Hey, Belago. Now we're gonna start fighting crime. Now I had a whole mission or whatever about these guys that I'm sure had a very gripping story. Me, I'm just here to fight some bad guys. So I'm gonna create a storm over the area. Send some bees at them. Well, it's free and easy to get into at the moment. So if you just feel like playing Mr. Donegal, there are no barriers to entry anymore. Just look at all this tanking Knack is doing. No, no console option. It's only like the game was shut down years ago, but now it's actually running on fan servers, so it's not quite a commercial product anymore. But on the bright side, they just like took all the pay-to-win type stuff, which there wasn't all that much, but they and just like opened it all up. The stuff that had been added to the game over the years, that, you know, basically everything's free. I have no idea how they run it. Look at that haymaker from Knack. That guy flew up in the air. That was one thing I liked about this game. It's like no matter what powers that you set up, and there's lots of them, they always tried to make you feel like you're the biggest badass. Like you could be punching people like Knack, or you could be manipulating time like Shiara, or sending bees and throwing bees in people's faces, or like electricity at people, or dark energy, or whatever the power is, and it's gonna feel cool. To give you an idea how old this game is, it was released a few months in the same year before World of Warcraft originally came out. It's not looking too bad though, considering. Now I do have an option on it that was an experimental feature called for cell shading, which gives it more of a comic booky look, I think, and it kind of hides some of the more dated looking textures. But overall, it's not too bad. Some of the faces, whenever you're in a character creator, look kind of not great. But overall, considering how old the game is, it's not too bad. I don't think it's too bad. Especially, I mean, if you're not, like, really looking. Zoom in on Knack, maybe I'd see some pixels. But it would be, yeah, like some of these textures aren't great, but considering how old it is, well, hello, Leon. Oh, it's the backup. Are you guys waiting on me? Only the team leader can talk to Leon. Wow, isn't he snooty? No, I'm only going to talk to the team leader because I'm Leon. Guess I should refresh some buffs at some point. And resummon my wolves. I've been talking too much and not paying attention. Now the wolves here is lying. Poor Hammy. That's fine. Oh, I already exited. Yeah, I think it's like 13 years old. That's what I said. I mean, yeah, it's a 13-year-old game, so expectations set at that, but considering, I'm not too disappointed. I mean, obviously better would be better, but do we want to try to invite more people? Let's mess with these people that are working on this car. They don't like it. Have some birds. Yeah, I was saying earlier, Belago, my travel, everyone gets a travel ability. Like Shiara has flight. Some people can have super speed or teleportation. And Knack and I have super jump, because super jump is super fun. Oh, nice, an outside mission. We buff. As soon as Shiara gets in, I'll buff them up. There they are. Buff Knack and Shiara. Because Knack's the tank, give him a little something extra. I usually pick a travel power that kind of fits the character that I'm going with. Like, I'll usually come up with a concept for the character, and then kind of everything serves that end. And in this case, the concept was a Robo-Lion Beast Tamer Cold Ice Controller person. How about a little snowstorm for you guys? Something like that. Or a combination of the Beastmaster and Mr. Freeze. When I played before, I played a scrapper who he did a lot of martial arts type stuff. So he spent a lot of time kicking people, and it was a lot of fun. This game is notorious for altaholicism, because it's really fun to just create new ideas for characters and then start trying them out, because there's so many different combinations of power sets that you can come up with, and people obsess over different builds and all that kind of stuff. I didn't get into, I mean, I looked at them obviously, but like I didn't always need to be the best build. I just wanted the coolest character. All my characters were the coolest. One of my favorite characters was a tanker, and his name was Leonard, and he was the subject of some evil experiments, and now he's escaped and he's pissed off. Why did I take gold domination this time around? No, I also had a gravity controller who was a lot of fun. That was a female character that I had named Jahandra, and she was a gravity controller, and she could open up wormholes and like summon just random objects from around the world around you, and just throw them at the enemies. So like maybe a car, maybe a kitchen sink, you know, just anything good and heavy. You can throw it at a villain's head. Oh, so I could be cool, yeah. Next, already fighting. Yeah, this character's kind of totally out of my wheelhouse. I had never played any of the animal-themed classes, the Beastmaster before. I think there's another one that has animals or something like that. But there's so many different power sets. You can have claws like Wolverine. You can use, you know, swords and you can use guns. You can use, you know, just anything that if you've seen a superhero in any kind of comic book or show, there was a power set to reflect it, pretty much. I mean, I'm sure there's some exceptions, but they really had quite a bit. Aren't you a lore master now? You just don't write it down. You just go back and see it. Webbing. I think there's Arachnus themed. I'm not sure if they have it. I know there's definitely people that can root people. Like Shara can probably do that actually with her plants. I got turned around. Oh, they're there. Look at that. He's goading on that robot like, come on, come on. What'd you get? Now, usually when we play, we'll get like a larger group, and then you can up the difficulty of the missions, and you'll have like a lot more villains, and so there'll be like piles and piles of enemies, and everybody's just all kind of taking them on at once, and the screen like fills up with like particle effects and stuff. It's basically just that colorful, a giant colorful screen simulator at some point. Yeah, there was. Yeah, they added City of Villains, which you may have seen on the shelves, to the game at one point, where you can play as a villain character, and they had their own unique power sets. And then at one point they added the ability for like any good comic book story arc, the villain becomes a hero, or the hero becomes a villain. So you could do all that kind of stuff. And then at some point they even made the power sets shared. If you had complaints about the game, aside from the parts of it that are dated, it's always been the mission structures is pretty much what you've seen so far. You get a quest, you go into a building or zone or cave, and you just kill everything in it. There, as you get further in, they do have more sophisticated missions where you go into special dungeons, and they do have like giant world bosses. Like there's a giant squid in one harbor that you can take on, things like that. But your day-to-day stuff is not questing like in most games. It's basically you go into a building and you beat up everything in it. You do have missions that you can kind of talk to, but that's basically what it is. And you can like contacts. I got a radio beacon and things like that. What really makes it interesting, though, is the fact that the variance in the power sets, it kind of keeps it fresh. And you can imagine that actually this game had a pretty big role-playing community, too, as you can imagine with a game like this, where everybody can really customize their character and make it themselves. Like I was saying earlier, you really rarely ever see the same character look twice. Like, look at this guy, Fist of the Sioux, and we got Bell Haboki. Got a Robo guy looking Cold Mecha. Yeah, there are a few exceptions, but your basic bread and butter is what you've seen. I like this. There must be a weather controller. Forecast Girl. Let's see what her power set is. Yeah, Storm Summoning and Sonic Attack. So she got some Banshee abilities. She can shriek and howl and shout. Yeah, that's right. The villains can rob banks. That's kind of fun. Looks like this robot named his robots Bob, Other Bob, and Mr. Bubbles. No complaints there. So this was actually, once you level the character to max level, then you unlock some special character classes, and this was one of them. This is like a War Shade. You can, within the power set that you chose, you can respec. See, these are the powers that are available for the two power sets, Beastmaster and Cold Domination. I can swap those up within the with a respec, but I can't like change out completely. Not from my understanding, anyway. I don't think you can. But that's fine for most people, because most of the time, you know, you build up, you have a power set, and you build the way your character looks and all that kind of stuff around that. Like me having a blue lion and all that, and these cold canisters that I put on my back and all that kind of stuff. That's all because of the powers that I chose. So I wouldn't want to change this guy's powers. I'd rather just make a new character. Yeah, there are more power stuff that you can stack on. Yeah, there's like you have your basic power set, your primary power set, your secondary, and then there's like a common pool of power sets that of things that you can add on. Like you maybe you're not a healer, you didn't choose a healer set, but you want to add in on just a little bit of healing ability to your character. You think that would round them out. You can do that, or the travel powers, they come from those as well. It's just kind of a thing that any character can tap into. Yeah, there's something different about it. You don't, there's nothing that quite like it with the flexibility that it has. And I showed earlier before I started playing the costume options. There are tons and tons and tons of costume options. It wasn't the most sophisticated character creation tool as far as like the sliders and all that kind of stuff that you see. What they had that made their character creator great was just in sheer number of assets. Like we're gonna have 400 different kinds of boots and whatever. As far as like build flexibility beyond picking your powers, they have things called enhancements, which I should probably look at. So like if these are some of the abilities that I have, like summoning lions or calling the hawk to attack and stuff like that. And what you can do is, as you level, every other level, you either pick a new skill or you pick the ability to add these little enhancement slots to your abilities, and these let you kind of modify things. So you'll get them as loot drops as you play the game. And say you wanted to increase the damage of a particular skill, you could, I don't have any at the moment, but you can drag and drop it onto, like on this one I have it on summon wolves to make the wolves do a little bit more damage, things like that. That becomes a really big part of endgame, making your character the best that they can be. Mid to early game, it's not as a big deal, so I do them as I see them, but it's not like I'm, you can see a ton of empty slots. No, I have wolves and lions. You can see right now, due to the level scaling, right now I'm scaled to level 23, so I think 25 is when I get the second lion, but so I only have one at the moment. But there is my lion, and there are my 3 wolves, and my one of my actually my upcoming power will be summon Direwolf, so I'm excited to get that. I don't know what level I get it, but when I do, I will definitely be getting that. Anyway, somebody put a mission up, so I guess I'll head that way. Sorry for making you guys wait while I yak. Not can share. This was not an either-or question about wolves or lions. I said yes, wolves and lions. Wolves and lions living together. Nine. That gives this game a 9 out of 10. Not bad. Cover everybody up in some nice ice armor so that they won't get hurt. For whatever reason, in this character, I cast the ice armor on everybody but myself. You notice I don't have it. big part of tanking in this game is what you see Knack doing. You kind of just get everybody into a ball, and then everyone AoEs them down from there. A lot of pulling and training and stuff like that. The taunts were pretty strong in this game, so it's pretty easy to get a good pile of baddies on you. And let everyone go to work. I named the Lion Hobbs after Gregor's dog. Starting to get some endurance things on this character. I'll have to slot some enhancements for lower endurance usage. I wasn't having this problem last time we played, but it's starting to... Oh, well, I guess it didn't help that I went in with my travel powers enabled. But I was having a little bit of issue earlier too, but that didn't help. Yeah, I was trying to... I mean, you can see Knack punching things away, but I was trying to show off some of Shiara's abilities, but they're not as easily readable. Maybe, I don't know. She's doing the trees that you see every now and then. I don't know how her... I've never done a time controller character, so I don't know exactly what the details are. I did want to play a mind controller though, and those were kind of fun. You can get like a big pile of goons and then cast a mass hypnosis on them, and then they all start fighting each other. It was a lot of fun. Snowstorm! Oh, neat. Maybe you go back in time and make everyone believe that when they were a kid, they poked them with a spoon or something. Yeah, that's what, I wish you were here a little earlier than that, because I kind of showed, like you kind of pick what you want to play. Like, hey, I want to play a melee character. I want to play a ranged attacker, or I want to play a tank, or a healer, or a buffer or crowd controller, and then it just gives you like a big list of power sets from there. I'd say if you try to do the number of combinations of powers, you end up with a very big number. Oh, okay. So your plant spores kind of have hallucinogenic effects. Yeah, you can see Shiara's little plants. Those are doing CC on them, preventing them from running around. Every now and then you'll get a baddie who likes to think he can run away from Knack, and Shiara makes sure that that doesn't happen. My character is mainly focused on the pets and then buffing my teammates with a little bit of AoE. You can make it like a super group, a what do they call it? Like a layer. And it's fairly customizable. I haven't seen what Shiar's done. I think Shiar was doing stuff to customize ours, but like a base. But I know that you could do quite a bit. Oh, you haven't started that guy. Oh, we're gonna find some fifth column guys. This time I'm remembering to turn my tribal power off. You see I love the motion for taunting. You see when Knack he'll do this. Come on! It's pretty great. I think it's usually called provoke. Yeah, you see he just did it there, but he was kind of turned away while trying to be at a good angle. I always got a kick out of that animation. There he does it. There he does it. Yeah, come on! You think you can take on the Knack? Bring it. Can I punch this guy to death? Oh wait, I accidentally... punch. So there's not like a whole lot of terms of like potions, but what the game does have are these inspirations, and you'll get them as loot drops or kind of as you fight things. And then there are these things here. So like if I want to increase my accuracy, it's like using a potion that increases my accuracy. So I'll use that. And hopefully I'll miss less. Also up my damage. This one here is useful because it helps you if you get defeated, then you can get back up. I usually try to organize them a little bit. It's a fun little thing to do while everyone else is doing the important work of fighting the bad guys. Once you have 3 of a particular kind, you can actually combine them into another kind. So, like if you needed something to revive and you had those 3 other ones, you could do that. It's nice if like for whatever reason your random drops keep giving you the same thing. Hey, look at those sneaky guys. I should use some of my health items now that I pointed them, since I got a lot of aggro there. And all of my pets are... No! See? Very timely. I just explained how to use the revive, and now I get to do it. Let me make sure it's going to be safe too, though. Sometimes it's better to... No, that was actually my fault, Neck. I saw the group in the back, and then I kind of jumped the gun, and then all of a sudden the other group showed up on the side, and so I had a lot of unnecessary aggro. You have a moment of dizziness where you're just kind of like, ugh. You can't do anything. Okay, now I'm back. Let me call some pets real quick. And I'm going to be very careful with my pet right now because I don't want to... Right now, Shira's got a lot of things mezzed, and since things are dicey, I don't want to... Oh. He didn't like... My lion didn't like... Let's get some wolves in here. Alright, should be good to go full tilt now. Whoa, what happened here? Knack, what did you do? Did you really have to punch them that hard? See how I waited like a good little squishy person and let the tank get aggro first. I learned my lesson for the next half hour, then I'll probably start doing it again. Who am I kidding? I'm not lasting that long. Nat can take it. Yeah, you kind of would, in this game, you usually kind of assess how good your tank is. Especially, it depends on level, you know. If they're relatively low level compared to the mobs, they're going to have a hard time keeping aggro. And different other factors come into play as well. So you kind of assess that, and if your tank's pretty good at getting the aggro, then you can be a little more aggressive than you can otherwise. There are lots of different enemy types. These guys are like kind of, I don't know, almost like stormtroopers or something. And, well, not stormtroopers literally, but more like Imperial types. Although he does kind of have a stormtrooper type helmet there. They're also like more like fantasy, like there's Circle of Thorns, which is like, they're into sorcery. There's, my personal favorite are the this group, the Lost, I think they're called, where they're like these guys that just kind of use just makeshift things that they find as armor. So like a guy will have a stop sign for his chest plate. They're always kind of neat thematically, I think. Shar is reading my fortune to give me a temporary power. Let's see what I got. Fortunately, I have pets, so I can say that I'm contributing while I look at this. I'm not sure which. Trank Dart? Is that what she gave me? Let's try. We'll try it on the next group. Take that, jerk. He felt it. He felt it. Did I really get death as the buff? Is that really what it was? I thought it was because I died recently and that was like a lingering thing. Let's see what death is. Oh no, your fortune, death. Death brings the end of one chapter of a story and transforms into the beginning of the next. Death symbolizes transformation, change, and loss. The damage and recharge rate of your powers has improved. Also, all of your defense debuffs, speed debuffs, and 2-hit debuffs are increased. Additionally, any speed debuffs, 2-hit buffs, and all endurance modifying powers are also increased. So, and that'll last for 20 minutes. Pretty cool. think that's like a, I forget how you get that, but it's like you give someone a random buff, and that's just happened to be the one that I got. No! I almost tried to kill one of my wolves. I'm gonna, speaking of them, I'm gonna set them to, oh, I did set them to aggressive. I was having a hard time controlling and also talking and stuff. So, at least for now. So you can see the, purple stuff around the heads means I think those are the ones that Shiara's done her stuff to. So if you really wanted to be polite, you could try to focus on the ones that don't have that. But let's just AoE. Actually, some of the powers can, CC stuff can withstand attacks, but I never know which ones. Unless I played that character. Or that power set, anyway. A dead matter for the purple. Oh, is it just those little pink dots then that show up around their head? Oh, well, see, I was doing the right thing because clearly I just have the natural instincts. Oh, Nax found some friends. I wish I had some of my old characters from back when the game was actually running by the people who made it, because then I could show off some like other characters with some of the sets that I made and actually have leveled them a bit so they actually have some powers. Because there's lots of different things like you know, a guy shoots lasers out of his eyes, or a guy who's like a what else? Guy who just uses rifles and traps and stuff like that, or someone who uses sonic energy or radiation. Oh, or throw fire at people, like the Human Torch kind of thing. Sounds like Nak is looking for a key and Shiara needs to BRB. So, I'm gonna sit here and play some fine music for my pet. Oh, I have music. They don't seem very amused. They're like, but yeah, we just want to go bite some stuff. And don't you howl at me, I'll howl right back. Rawr! What? Yes, yes. It's good to have some tea. Sometimes this cold just gets to me and I need a warm cup of tea. Max got something. He's got that look in his eye. Oh wait, that's Yara. She doesn't have that. Oh, there he is. Okay, it was Max. Did you find the key? Floating books. Yeah, I think that was for like if you're like a witch themed character. Yeah, you can study all your spells in the most impractical way possible because those books are floating up and down. Like, how do you read like that? They need to stay still. This is not how things should be. I protest these books. No, no, no. Surprisingly, not very many fish to catch in this place. Okay, I guess I can stop screwing around and help find this key. That would be a nice thing to do. That's the combination or communication terminal that I talked about, but only he can use it. It's weird. Usually these missions are pretty straightforward and you don't have this kind of problem. But somehow we managed to get to a locked door without a key to open it. Shiara, is it alright if I blame Belial for this one? Oh, that's the front entrance. Do you think it was something that we needed to find, like in a crate, or that we needed to kill, that we missed somebody that we needed to kill and he would drop it? The real key was the friends we made along the way. Oh, Knack found it. Oh no. I guess. Oh, okay. We needed to lock this or loot this person. Laura Lockhart. Lockhart because she had the key. Her name is Lock. Yeah. Okay. Alright, well I guess we can make our way to the locked door now. I think that was over here. Oh, I must be wrong, because they're going the other way. Ooh, okay. They seem to be expecting us. I guess I should do some... It's nice of them to only send a few of them at a time. Hey, he's coming right for me. Send bees at him. Send bees at him. Send birds at him. Level up! Alright, so I'm gonna go find the person to level up. Oh, I can choose a new title. I haven't done it because I haven't figured out what I want to do. I could right now I'm just Jahandar, but I could make myself the awesome impervious Jahandar. I need to change the color of it so it doesn't look like Nax. The heroic Jahandar. The magnificent. Right now I only have one adjective, but I think as you advance in levels, then you can get extra adjectives. So you can be the remarkable, lionized, gargantuan, blah blah blah. And then you can get like another title beneath it too, to different achievements in the game. I can't think of what I want now, so I'll leave it blank. Select or rename your active build. I don't remember that. That's interesting. So you can have multiple builds and save them. That's neat. Well, I got enough with one right at the moment. Let's level up. Oh, unfortunately, I don't get to pick a new skill at this level. I just have to put new slots onto skills that I have, and I'll just pick. This one uses a lot of endurance, so I definitely want to get another blank slot on it so I can kind of lower the endurance cost, and that'll be good for now. Looks like this lady's a mummy. Something more is her. Does she have a bio? sadly. This guy, he's like a little scary demon thing. Pack. Okay, mission. You can also do things like if someone were just starting the game and they had a friend who was already like pretty high up in level, then you can do things like they have a sidekick system where somebody could be leveled up to meet the level of the person that they're grouped with, and that was pretty cool. And there's also like a mentor where the person who's higher level can come down in level, and instead of XP, I think they get like more money or something. That was always kind of a nice little feature. There's also I remember one of the things that they added was the ability to make your own missions, which was kind of fun. I made a mission at one point where you had to do something for Shiara. I don't remember what it was. Of course, every game needs a good eating emote. What do I got there? Looks like I got a nice sandwich cut into triangles, like a discerning lion that I am. I like the triangles. Come on, lion, take a good big bite of that. You got the sandwich right in your hands. Eat some of it. Eat some of the sandwich. Eat it. It's... Oh, I switched to a hamburger. Why did you want to eat the hamburger but not the... There, he's eating the sandwich. Yeah, there's a recipe system in Inventions. I don't remember how a lot of that worked. Let me see. So if I remember right, you have all this salvage types, and then you also have, and you could make a, like, I think you could make buffs, and you could also make like temporary powers. I think maybe I don't remember. Yeah, there was a whole crafting system that they added to the game, and then you could like sell stuff in the market and all sorts of stuff. I don't remember all the details of how it worked yet. Oh, enhancements too. Yeah, that makes sense. Sadly, I'm probably the only one that got your reference, Shiara. Holy crap, look at all these greens that I got. Yay. Some when you have flight, there's a kind of a intermediate power called hover, which is kind of cool for like in fighting situations, because if you're like worried about being in melee and stuff like that, you can actually float above the fight and then just like cast down your blasted powers at them, which is kind of fun whenever you play that kind of character. Bell knows. Yes, that deserved an exclamation mark. Leon. Yeah, that's just sad. I wish I had access to some of my old characters. I could show off some a greater variety, so it give a more well-rounded look at the game. But you'll just have to imagine. I'll save you, Knack. He's good now. Sadly, my wolves are not. They were casualties in that fight. But that's alright, they're coming right back. Get in there, guys. Yay. You didn't help at all, Leon. What do you even have those swords for? What are they just replicas? Did Leon turn on us? Oh yeah, there is a rest ability. I forget to always use. You take a knee, and then you resume. You regenerate your endurance a little quicker. What do you want me to wake up for? Sure, got a pet now. It's a red wisp, and now it's covered in ice. What, no fight? Damn you, Leon. Hey. There, I can have my second lion now. Yay. Oh, Knack changed his title. The Impervious T-Knack. Brotherly love. So do we have a mission now where we go fight Leon, or? These guys were kind of neat. The Clockwork. They're like kind of weird steampunk robots that have gone evil. Have some bees. You can't get away. My animals are coming to get you. Man, that thing's booking it all over the place. Chase him down. Take that, robot. I'm leader. How did I end up being leader? Oh, the music kicked in. Some funky music. There are like certain shops you can go in to like get new do a different costume and stuff like that, and buy things, enhancements. Look at this guy. Yeah! Take him down with your weird dark lightning attacks. They're like, why are you watching me? Oh, they teleported away! Oh, God. They wanted to maintain their secret identity, and they thought I was getting too close. Look at this guy. Oh, God, I gotta run. Oh, this game did a really interesting thing. Like, it would use the NPCs in the game to convey specific pieces of information, and they based it on the first letter of the NPC's name. So, like, a certain NPC would tell you how long the equivalent of like /played in Lotro. Another one would tell you like the current server time. Let's see what I don't know is E. Okay, the official real time is 5:11. I guess that's wherever the server is. Let's see, what is L? It's just some of them just have lore stuff. I think it's mainly the earlier letters that have interesting things. Here, what's C? I don't remember what letters go with what things. These guys were bad guys, and apparently didn't like me clicking on them. So, I must destroy them. With bees. Well, yes. So far, I've only... E is this time. I've already seen... Like, one of them will tell you, oh yeah, you've spent a total of 10 hours on patrol. I guess that's M. Someone will tell you, like, how many people that how many enemies you've defeated and stuff like that. It's kind of neat. I don't remember what all the different things are, but it's kind of a different way of doing that. Isn't Shiara the best? Isn't fruit salad the best? I guess Shiara and Fruit Salad are neck and neck for this guy, for Hugo here. So, yeah, Shiara, remember this guy, hit him up. He, you and Fruit Salad, the tops. I don't think I have any, I don't know what I have for missions. I haven't done a single mission to, yeah, my highest mission is 22. I don't even know if it's a chain. Retrieve the Xiang Nubso. Teleport to contact. Well, okay then. Ooh, this is a scary place. Mistress Maria. Look at her. Jahandar, you have arrived. I have been tasked with resolving the issue of the woman known as Kate Douglas. We will make sure that she is not lost to the world like so many others were. It is time to do the things left undone in Sorceress Serene's wake. I think we can both agree that the first thing we should do is release poor Katie Douglas from the Seer network. I have no idea what any of this stuff she's talking about is, but okay, we're gonna rescue Katie. Wow, it took me to a whole nother area too. I've never been here before. This place is crazy. Look at this. What happened here? Something not good, I'll tell you that. Free fire zone? What did Shar get me into? Nope. Who needs to read through a list? This place is cool looking. It's like a apocalypse here. Like something went down in this part of town. I don't know. Look at these people. Yeah, your magic can't stand up to bees, can it? Look at him. Like a delicate flower. I earned a badge. You have penetrated the heart of the Dust Ranger facility. Well, alright then. Sure, I went back out. Oh, there she is. Something is very wrong, Johanna. What kind of a spooky mission is this? Who picked this mission? Fighting like ghost memory people. You know what I say to that? Let's throw some bees at them. No, you're... Whew. A tear in reality? Well, I guess we better throw some bees at it. I'll let Knack aggro first, though. Yeah, Knack's gonna punch it. Yeah! Punch that tear in reality. Knack punched it right good. This is like a cool looking facility here. Not sure what it's all about, but they did some stuff here. Something escaped. What's going on here? Very interesting. Oh, sorry, Knack was trying to pull them all over here. I may have interfered with its plans. What is that thing? A dispersed impression. Yeah, it sounds like something Knack needs to punch a bunch. That's how we deal with those. If that doesn't work, I'll send some bees at it. My arch nemesis, a beekeeper. I'll have to send the wolves to rip it off him. I'll just make him really cold. See, there's always a solution. Another tear in reality. Knack, punch it. The Seer Network. You access the controls for the Seer Network. The display blinks the number 0% under the word capacity. Katie and the rest of the Seers appear to have simply disappeared, and in their place it seems apparitions and these tears in reality formed. Let's see. Query location of Seer 1381, Katie Douglas. Network displays a spinning 5-point Praetorian star for approximately 2 seconds before returning an error message. She's no longer linked to the network. What's the time of departure? Departure unknown. Notes. Diagnostics required. Unable to receive signal from subject. Possible maintenance failure. All links to network seers as of this time stamp have failed. We found a clue. Kai. What? Well. Oh, okay. I am Whispering Coyote. Blind Makwa's spirit companion. Ki. Okay. The barrier between worlds has grown weak. The Netherworld is merging with the First Ward to create the Night Ward. If it continues, then disaster will befall everyone. First, you must rescue Katie Douglas. She is the key to it all. I will guide you through the Night Ward to her. A tear is opening now. You must go through it and trust me. Just be careful. The drudges are here. What are those? Enter the portal to the Night Ward. They've opened it. Is this the portal? Oh, that was a portal. Look at this coyote. Yeah, that coyote's getting in there. No, it didn't. That's one of my... I thought it... Are you just gonna watch Coyote? Fine. This better not end up being... This better end up being another Leon situation. I got my eye on you. A little bit of a fight. Ah, Praetorians. No, Gus. Hang in there, Gus. Oh no, Shiara. Shiara deaths won. Have some buffs. Things are getting pretty dicey for our intrepid heroes. Hey, you sneaky guys. I like how they look like British cops. I got the bobby sticks. No, I better rest. Pull my pets back to try to not interfere with what next. I was doing them on aggressive, but I just put them on back on passive since this is getting a little more difficult than some of the past stuff that we're doing. And I don't want to make things harder than they need to be. You're listening, mate. This ain't an unlimited number. Oh, I missed all the text. Oh, wow. We're talking about socioeconomic. Can't you hear we're in the middle of an intense socioeconomic discussion? No more discussions for them. Let's discuss how Shiara needs a buff, though. And this buff, too. No! That hurt. Oh, I didn't realize that each of my pet has its own, can have its own passive or aggressive setting. So I may have screwed some things up without realizing it on pulls and stuff. I keep going back to passive though, or to aggressive. Like I just set them all. Passive, passive, passive. Maybe when I resummon them, they go back. Just do we talk to the coyote? Where's the coyote? Maybe we need to kill this person over here first. Good night, Mel. See, they're back to aggressive again. What's the deal with that? Is it just whenever I issue an attack, they immediately go right back to aggressive? Let me try it. Now what are you set to? Yeah, be set to aggressive. Oh, shoot. Now you're all passive. So I can only set the stances. I thought I was actually commanding them. That's kind of less fun. I like having the control. I mean, I think when I set it, they still go to the target that I set them to, but I guess what I'll have to do is be sure to manually set them to passive after fights. Maybe there's some settings about that. I'll have to look at some point. There may even be specific keybinds or something that you can set. They do the old sneak the objective behind you trick. How do I talk to her? I think I killed that bad guy. I cannot interact. There was a guy over here that I killed. Where's the coyote? Does anyone see the coyote? I think I may have still had the corpse highlighted for a minute after. And that may have been... Oh, I can't... Well, yeah, I don't know who it is. But all I know is I can't click on that person. Whoever she is. How do we keep getting all the weird missions tonight? Can you... Okay, I'm gonna head to you. Maybe I can interact with the coyote. If I figure out how to go anywhere. Which floor are you on? Okay, I'll head back to her. Maybe somehow that's all that happened is the coyote got stuck or something. And they just need to be with the lady. Fortunately, Knack is an expert coyote escorter. Everyone says so. So, I trust that he is in good hands. Yay, coyote! Come on over here, pup. Yay! That's what it needed. Now she's no longer floaty and no longer blue, and she's asking what happened. We'll talk about this later, John. Ooh, I'm in trouble. Get me out of here. I think he probably got stuck or didn't follow us somewhere or whatever. Some pathing issue. Probably screwed it up. Ooh, the Seed of Hamadon. Hamadon was like the giant, there was a giant squid monster in one of the zones that you could fight. It was like a big raid, and it required like 50 people or something. I don't know how many people, but lots of people. So does this maybe tie into his lore, maybe? That's interesting. You did it! I can sense Katie's mind once more, but the spirit world is merging closer to our own with every heartbeat, Jahandar. I spoke with blind Makwa, and according to him, the Whispering Coyote believes that the secret to stopping the transition lies within the Midnight Mansion. Well, now it seems we have recovered our means to return there. Excuse me, assuming Katie is willing to help. I only hope that the Midnight Masters fell when Percy Winkley sacrificed himself. Man, this is a story and a half. Hope some big creature doesn't suddenly come attack me. Because, yeah, look at this. Yeah, there were like comics and everything else. Katie makes a dramatic gagging sound to accentuate her displeasure at her brief trip to the Netherworld and her horrific encounter with its denizens, the Drudges. Do either of you guys remember what zone Hamadon was in? Shar maybe headed to bed. Well, maybe it may be a good time to call it, actually. I just looked at the clock. Yeah, no, it's actually, because it's later than I thought it was, so it's probably a good time. Mel's, I think, already gone to bed. Satnel's been bed from the beginning, so. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you all next week.